Hi, Joe Cerrone.
And Al Rosen,
We're here today for our weekly Zoom classroom meeting for Basic AutoCAD 116.
move over, Joe. Move that screen over again.
Today we're going to go through, we've released Module 4. Module 4 is this polyline exercise, and you're to choose either the mechanical or the architectural design. And then you're to place these, we need to update this, place the polyline drawing and the mechanical or the architectural drawing into the Dropbox.
Yep.
There's some good general design assignments here too. I think we'll update it and add this O-snap drawing as well. From the top to the bottom, as we look at our splash page, here's the module assignment. And we left it as a template because not being in class, we can't really walk around and show everybody. And so there is a video that demonstrates how to do this project. If we come back here, and the video is
On top. There it is.
right here. Thanks, Al.
Module 4, just a quick recording of today's assignments. Of the assignment folder.
There we go. And so what we did here was we basically download the file. Go ahead, Al.
Step by step. So we took it and brought it up back up on top there, and we just covered it, drew around it, and we explained to you which command went to which step.
Right. And so as we look at this, that's the video that shows you how to do this assignment. And when you click on the link to download the polyline exercise, you'll get a drawing like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just repeat these different patterns. To do these polyline shapes, what I recommend is that you turn on your O-snap. And as we start to work with CAD, we just want to get the basics and just kind of keep going over those. And so one is this little arrow here, show your menu bar. I'm going to hide it, and then I'm going to back and enable it again. By doing that, you'll have access to all the pull down commands. And in my opinion, it's sometimes easier to find them that place. And then go under tools, and actually that's all I wanted to do with that. So once you enable the menu bar, you can go and you can set up your drafting settings. And I think I'm going to go over here because I want the snap settings. And we want to turn the snap on, and we want to turn the grid on. That'll make it a lot easier. The snap is set at 1/8 of an inch, 0.125. And the grid is set at 0.5, which is typical of what I'll do when I set up these drawings, because too much grid is a little hard on the eyes, and the snap doesn't have any visual elements to it. So it's perfectly normal to have a few snaps to a grid. And so with that on, you can now see it'll be a little easier to draw. I'm going to enable layer object, and then I'll use the polyline command. And polylines are super good because they do allow us to work in 3D because they're enclosed boundary shapes. And so as I'm drawing, I can zoom and pan by turning the wheel on the mouse. And each of these is 0.5. You'll get the cursor feedback if you have your polar setting on. So when we go through and we create these shapes, they're really quite simple. And then what it asks you to do is to calculate the area of these different shapes. And to do that, you go under the utilities and you select area. And then you can select the down arrow and select object, and then click on an object. and it'll tell you what the area of that is. And so the area is 1.25. And so we could then go and put that in there with text. And I think that's cubic inches.
The reason why I did it as a polyline, all you do is select one line and all selected the whole thing. If not, you'd have to keep on selecting the lines and do a window of crossing over it to get all parts.
So this exercise, there's a video for it. I would say the hardest part is this little curly Q. It's using a polyline with varying widths, but I believe that's in the video. So I don't think we need to go through that in our basic rundown Zoom meeting. So that's the general design assignment. And there's a second general design assignment in the OSNAPs. And so if you download and look at the OSNAPs, this is also a very helpful thing to do to be able to draw these. And what we want to do is to be able to draw a line from the center to the midpoint and then hit escape. And then we can draw another line from the midpoint to the tangency point. Now, if you don't get tangent, shift right mouse click and select tangent. And there's a number of other ones here that we can give you the directions for. We'll place this in the main splash page with the instructions. So that's another good general design assignment. We'll make that bonus at this time because it was not in the main splash page, but it's a good assignment to do. And I did want to talk about that because as we're going and working with CAD in our 4th module, we'll be using OSNAPs a lot.
It is on the splash page right now currently.
Awesome. Thanks, Al.
With the video.
And then you're to choose either the mechanical or the architectural assignment. And so the mechanical assignment is this square plate. And the architectural assignment is, it's actually a vending machine room as far as the way that it says. So it's this kind of like when you go up on one of the floors at the college and you want to buy some chips and a drink, they have these vending machine rooms now. And so these are vending machines and they're just set up in this room. So the videos are also located under content. And if we go to module 4, it's right here. This is bonus also. We still have our AutoCAD links, and so this is great. Okay, we're kind of migrating away from it, but we spent a lot of time on this. And so here's some YouTube videos on the polylines. Wally, he was a student of ours. We don't know where he is anymore. So we have the, where's Wally? It's actually Waldo. These are some older assignments that we don't do anymore, but there certainly is the information. Here's the B-size drawing for that. And then there's some other information, but this is strictly reference because we've turned to D2L for that assignment. But that's what that link does. I'll come back here and I'll come back to module 4. So this is a reference link to Joe and Al's AutoCAD webpage. You're welcome to look at that. Here's how to do the mechanical assignment. If we click on that. And if I click through it, "20 minutes. This one is kind of tricky because you will be doing these tangency arcs and you'll need those O-snaps to make that work. So we do recommend you do a little bit of work on the O-snap before you go and tackle this one. If you've got it down, great. You want to just watch the video, you can do that. And you don't have to watch the videos. You can just do the assignments if you want to just work it on your own. These are bonus, these are extra credit. These are from the end of the chapter, chapter 4 exercises. as well as the review questions. Those are a bonus as well. Here's the architectural lab. If you click on it, this is our vending machine room. Dimensioning is kind of difficult as we start to get into these because they're using feet and inches, and you'll have to use the correct coordinate input. Here's the settings. And you can download the architectural title block and use that. That's how this drawing was done here. All right, let's go back. There's a video for how to do that, I believe. Actually, I don't see a video in there. Let's see, maybe it's this one. Sorry.
It's on a splash page, so
Yeah, why don't you direct me through it, Al, because I'm hitting the wrong links.
go to the splash page and top it,
Will do.
come down. And there it is, videos.
So we have the OSNAP video. This is great. And then we have I believe this is the mechanical.
Yes, it is. Got both in there.
Oh, terrific.
Shows them how to do the curly thing and everything else to go along with it.
Awesome. So I didn't see a video for the vending machine room, and there may not be one at this time. So we'll work on that to see if we can get that video cut within the next day or so. But it's 2 weeks until the assignment is due, so you have some time before that's due. We come back to the main splash page. Today's September 24th. Module 2 assignments are due. Module 2. I should just be running from the splash page, right, Al?
Yep, that's what it's going for. But that's up to you how you want to do it.
Al does all the management. I'll just let you do the talking on that. So module 2, let's see where that is.
Keep going. There it is.
That's 3.
There's the 2.
Here was 2. And so this is due tonight. Most people have turned it in, but if you're like me, it's not due till 11:30. It might not be in the Dropbox until 11:25. All right, with that, I'm going to go back to the main splash page. Okay. So module 4 has been posted and released. And if you work these from top to bottom, you'll cover the content. You can also go to the content tab where there's additional assignments, bonus, extra credit. But the way we're running it is if it's on the main splash page, that's what we want you to do. So we want you to do the polyline exercise and then the mechanical or the architectural. And then the polyline or the OSNAP exercise is good to know. We recommend it, but I won't require it. And so since that's in there, I would recommend you do it because it'll help you with the mechanical assignment.
You go up a little bit, Joe, please.
Yes, no problem.
Right there. Hold it too. Don't go. No, too far. There you go. If you go over to where it says PowerPoint CAD-116, that's the PowerPoint to this unit. Click on it, please. And that gives you everything on the PowerPoint that we would go cover. It's right there step by step for one of them. And if you go down a little bit, it shows an object, learning objects. shows what we're talking about, the tangent lines, circles, and such go along with the arcs and such. If you go back up, please, when you finish, click on D2L again.
Click on what?
D2L, please. And if you go down just right there it is. And if you go to the polyline videos there, the instructions are there. Right there it says Mod 4 and Chapter 4 from the book. Up on top. Mod 4. This is video Mod 4 and Chapter 4 from the book. Up.
Yeah, it's probably right in here.
Down one there.
This one right here, right?
Yep. Left click on it. And there it is also. So you have it in a couple different places. So if you find it, you're not looking for it too much, it's there in both of them. And it goes over the book at the same time.
And the videos, as the pandemic started to hit, everything started to shift online. And so you can see, you know, this was posted June 29th, 2020. So this is a recent video. We go through all the material on it, but it can be a challenge to navigate things outside of the classroom. So don't hesitate if you do have a question, or if you find something you're not sure of, just hit the email or message alerts and email us, and we'll get back to you. And, you know, we can always put together a Zoom meeting and just work with you individually, or if we can answer your question by email, we'll do that.
Also, make sure when you do that, please put your class in it. So this class would say CAD-116-050. So we know what it is. We have 7 or 8 classes going on at one time. So put your first event.
Right, right. So as we start to go through these, the textbook has a lot of information. So as you start to look at some of the PowerPoints and things like that, we try to cut through that and make it more drawing orientated. We don't need to know all the different ways to draw a circle. We just need one that works. And depending on how you're creating the drawings, some of them will work better than others. But from a textbook standpoint, we use the textbook and we follow it because that lends us learning objectives in an author who's gone through and specifically set up all the assignments. All right. So the architectural design is right here. It's a vending machine room layout. I'm not sure if there's a video for it at this time. I haven't found one for it. So at this point, you may have to figure that one out without a video for the next few days until we can get a chance to cut that. Going back into the post, make sure that you put your finished assignments in the assignment folder. And then if you kind of track back to what we've been up to, you can see all the announcements.
And there's also 2 videos right below.
The DWT are drawing files that you can download, and this is our objectives. So we just want to be clear with those things.
Mark, click on objectives, please, real quick. That's one thing we didn't show it. Learning objectives for CAD-116, mod number 4. So by the time the end of the class, students will be able to understand and use the following commands to complete their assignments.
And they're very generic learning objectives. They're just commands, you know, using the polyline command or the ellipse command. The actual, what do you get paid for stuff, work orientated, is creating blueprints, mechanical, architectural. We're seeing a lot of people being picked up by these online catalog companies now, where you can get a job working for a publishing company, making the drawings, and then they can download those. So a lot of general design applications for CAD. Okay, with that, make sure that you also go onto quizzes and exams and you take the quiz. Right now we've got quizzes 1 through 3 available. We'll make sure that test number 4 is available as well.
It is.
And You'll take those and those will automatically be posted into the grades. Grades are posted. I won't put them on at this point because I don't want to have everybody's name pop up on there with their scores. But take a look at the grades, and if you have any questions or concerns, you can talk to Al and me, email us. All right, Al, so I think that's our quick recap. Is there anything else that I need to cover before we stop this video?
Yeah, if you go up on top instead of your name, go to put it up for students to you, please. Up higher, higher. Keep going out to the top. And you'll see your name, click on it, put it in students view, please. And then go into quizzes and exams real quick. And you'll see that quiz exams are active. And if you go down a little further, you'll see it there. There it is.
Terrific.
That's all.
We may need to change the date on this. I'm just gonna, I can't do it at this point, but we'll make this active today so that we don't have to wait till October. But 1 through 3 is ready to go. We have to get, I haven't taken it. You have more than one attempt if you don't do well on it the first time.
Yep, you have 4 attempts on it.
And you're allowed to use the computer. So we want you to be able to research, and we use the quizzes as a way to kind of reinforce the basics. All right, so I think that covers most of our work for Module 4. Al, if there's nothing else, I'm going to stop the recording.
As long as you have a great time in the class, any other questions, let us know.
All right, look forward to seeing you online, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye now.